Welcome back. This is episode 4 of my little set on the Jeti gyro menus. And this time we're going to look at how the gyro menus interact with the Jeti assist receivers. And there is a potential drawback here. I mentioned in episode 1 that the gyro software for the Jeti was, well, the transmitter gyro software was written a long time ago before the assist receivers, and it was written with obviously third-party external gyros in mind. The gain value on the assist works in a quite different way. As you've seen from the previous videos, if your channel output is 0%, with something like an iGyro or a Cortex, then it's taken as zero gain. If you go into negative values, you get increasing gain in either heading, hold, or rate mode, depending which brand of gyro you've got. And if you go into positive travel values, then it goes into increasing gain in the other heading or rate mode. Jeti's assist only allows you the one mode at the time, which you would use with the assist mode switch. So you can assign a switch to change between up to 3 different stabilization modes in your assist. Okay, one of them might be rate mode, one might be heading hold mode. So that's done within the assist on a particular switch, or you can just lock them all, well, just lock yourself into a rate mode. Now, it then expects, or the system sets, a sort of standard gain for each axis, and what it sets depends on which model you chose in your assist setup, but typically it might have 20% aileron, 20% elevator, 25% rudder. And if you assign a gain tuning channel, such as knob P8 within the assist to vary that, then what it would do is with the knob at one extreme of travel, minus 100, would give you virtually no gain at all. It doesn't quite go to 0, it goes down to 1 or 2%, but it's close enough to 0 because you have a separate off switch for the assist anyway. And with the knob up at 0, you get that sort of 20% or default gain that it's set for you. And with the knob fully up at 100%, you'll get double. So the knob goes from minus 100% travel through to plus 100% travel, giving you 0 to double the sort of basic gain that the assist has set. But remember, the way these transmitter gyro menus work is they only go from one end to middle. They won't go to the other end, and therefore you couldn't get the full range of possibilities with the assist. For example, if we set the tuning knob, let's go in and have a look. Model, have a look in the functions assignment. You've done your basic properties. We've set all 3 gyros. It's done its functions assignment. I'll take out the switch. Clear, okay, because if needs be we could use flight modes. I don't think I've got any set up with this model yet. Nope. And it's assigned there for channels 5, 6, and 7, which is fine. We can do that within the assist. We can cope with that. And so we come to our fine tuning, gyro settings. And in here we could set, so see the switch isn't working, we're just locked in this position 2, that's fine. You can set them to separate for flight modes if you want, but let's say position 2, we've given it, we'll go for a minus 50%. And we'll use the gain tuning knob P8, say OK, and we'll give it 50% percentage points amount of travel. Then P8, and it's going the wrong way for my liking. See, it's fully clockwise and it's gone to 0. Actually, it's going the right way. This is bizarre, yeah, you've got to think about it. Remember, the assist, we'll use that as minimum gain. And turn the knob up. As the number comes up to 0, you've got sort of medium gain. You've got the gain that it's set in its basic tuning channels. But what we can't do is go to the other end. We can't go to plus 100. It just doesn't work. So, you know, suppose the assist gain was 20% set in your assist. With a normal tuning knob, you can go therefore from 0 up to 40, with 20 being at the midpoint. But the gyro menus won't let you do that. You can go from 0 up to the 20. You can't get more than the 20. Whereas if you just use an ordinary knob, you could do. So you do have to realize that if you're using this with the assist, you might turn the gain knob all the way up and still not be able to get enough, in which case you're going to have to land and change the value inside the assist to allow you to get the 0 point higher up. What the heck am I talking about? We'll have a look inside the assist in a moment. And what you could do in your assist is assign all 3 gain channels to this one, which I think, if we remember rightly, was channel 5 in our servo assignments, and this one was using 6 and 7. So you could set all your gains to that one, or you could set 2 gains to that and 1 of your gains to that. I'm talking about the axis gains, sorry. Or you could set all 3 axes independently. For instance, aileron, elevator, rudder on those ones, and each one using its own separate tuning knob, as we've seen in previous videos. And then you can set it flight mode specific as well. Let's have a little look at how we'd handle this within the assist. So we'll come out of here. I'll come down to this one again. Pardon me. I'll give it the -50, come along here. We'll give it P7 as its tuning knob. And okey-doke. Come down to this one. I'll give that P5 as its tuning knob. And power of 50. Is that going the right way? So that's lowest, and that's lowest gain. I don't like the way P5's working, so I'm going to reverse it. That's better. So up is no gain, or up towards me anyway, and away from me is maximum gain. That's it. Okie dokie. Now then, let's have a look then inside the assist. Device Explorer. Go into configuration, into the channel assignment, assign the additional channels. If you're not sure about an assist, I've got quite a lot of episodes in my video series about it, so do go into them first, otherwise this will really start to look confusing for you. The assist off, I'll clear that out for the moment. I haven't set up an assist off channel. But anyway, here's our gain tuning channels. So let's say that we said we wanted P8 to be our aileron tuning channel. Go into that one, swing the knob, press the button, swing the knob there, it's recognized it. Okie doke. Now, if we want pitch and yaw to be the same P8, you just do the same thing again. But we want them to be separate, because we can for a change. Okay, like that, and I'll swing P7. There we are. And come down here, yaw tuning, edit, swing P5. There we go. So I now have, as you can see from the numbers, completely independent tuning of each channel. Okey-doke. Or each axis, I should say, coming off those channels. But as you can see, the snag is that the highest I can turn each one up to is 0. So watching this, minus 100 is, you'd be down to about 1% of your gain. 0 would give you whatever's in the gain tuning, and then you should go up to plus 100. We cannot get there. So let's come out of that and have a look at the stabilization settings flight modes, because I think that's where it is. Is it? No, I think I managed to come into the wrong menu. Let's have a look in the edit. Yeah. It's in airplane settings. There we are. This is the gain I was talking about. If you set just a normal rotary control like P8 as your gain tuning channel, then minus 100 would give you 0. Knob at middle, 0% travel would give you 20. Knob at other end of the travel, plus 100% would give you 40. So you can swing between 0 and 40% gain. But because the gyro software only allows you to go from middle to one end, not end to end, all we can do is go from 0 to 20, or if we'd used plus values, instead of going from minus 100% to 0% travel, we set it to go from 0% to plus 100% travel. Then the gain tuning knob, instead of going 0 to 20, would go from 20 up to 40. So in some ways, you just got to take a gamble on which one you want to use, and if you find that 0 to 20 is not enough, then either try setting the output to use 0 to 100% plus 100% travels, in which case you get 20 to 40 to play with, or come in here and simply change that, dear me, to a much higher number. Yeah, change it to 40, and now P8 will go from 0 to 40. Whereas if we set it back to 20, a normal P8, rather than going through the gyro function, will only go from 0 to 20. Okie doke. It all starts to get a bit complicated, I know, so just be careful. Check everything on the bench before you go. It's always especially true of gyros. And we're going to come back in yet another episode and look at a really, really sneaky, lovely way of turning the rotary controls into digital controls for your gain, whether you're using an external third-party gyro like iGyro or Cortex, or whether you're using the assist. And it does mean you can use your rotary control through flight modes, and it retains the position, it retains the number in its memory rather than the position of the control, which is all really fantastic. So see you at the next episode.